Oh, okay. When you guys were talking about the brain fog and the anxiety, well, I had been doing fairly well, and recently I had that. I had severe anxiety and the brain fog because what was happening, and I didn't know it, is I got ear mites. The mites came into my ear, and I was getting dizzy and very weak and very sick, and my whole face was covered with the rash, and it came so fast I didn't know what was going on. So once I figured out what was going on, I started spraying my body down with the enzyme spray using the sprayer. Yep. And I sprayed everything, my hair and everything, and then I would use the your soap. And eventually it started getting better, and then I would do a facial with the Indian, the facial stuff, and so it started peeling off. So my ears really had holes in them, and it was real bad. And this was like 5 days ago or so. Now it's almost gone. So I want to encourage people, and also the diet had begun to kick in, and my doctor decided to give me an anti-anxiety, buspirine, the Buspar, and she gave me that. So I noticed that the anxiety started going away, and so did the fear or whatever was going on, and I began to heal. So I want to encourage people, the diet is so important. And when we look at the diet, you've given me the diet years. I've been like this for 7 years. And it was like the diet was too hard for me to do because I had anxiety and depression. So I really couldn't do it. But then when I started, I've been talking to Robin, so about a month now, or just about a month, I've been sticking to the diet. And what I realized that it's so easy. Phase 1 is how I want to eat anyway.
That's right.
Yeah, it's how we want to eat. We need those prebiotics. So I just started doing, I made up my mind. So even though we have the brain fog, if we can do one thing, and that's that diet first, if you could just concentrate. I told Robin I was eating the same food every day, and it made it easier. So I didn't have to figure out what I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat eggs for breakfast, salad for lunch, with chicken, and it was laid out, and I did that. And now I feel so much better. So thank you guys. You're doing a wonderful job. If people can just stick on one thing and then go to the second thing, then I think we'll have better, faster results.
Thank you for sharing, Gwen.
Well, first I wanted to say in response to the diet thing, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm on my day 3 of the diet, and I've been following it very strictly. I've been following all your guidelines and your suggestions, and everything is just so completely changed in my world in the last 3 days. Actually in the last day or 2, but it's really showing results, so I look forward to. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Richard.
Yes.
Hi, this is Nancy. I had a story that I wanted to share with everybody, and they didn't call my number. I don't know if they lost my number or what, but I gave it to Ethel right at the very beginning. Could I just share?
Sure, certainly. We love to have you share.
Okay. I just want to let you know that I've been reading your book now. It's been 5 weeks since I've been on your diet, and I've been doing extremely well with it. I'm very pleased to report that almost nothing is coming out of me at this point. I was infested with mites, with scabies mites, and this was as far back as December and even before that. And the doctors told me I was clear of these scabies mites back in September, October of last year. And I didn't think I was, because I was still feeling biting and these crawling sensations. And it turned out that I was not free of them. And Then after I found another protocol that I used to get rid of the scabies mites from a doctor in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from South Carolina. It worked very well to get rid of the scabies mites, but then after that I started seeing the little fibers in the tub from my soaking with his soak. And I said, what the hell are those, you know? And the scabies were disappearing, and I was not seeing them anymore, but I was pulling what was being left in the soaks was these fibers, and they were the colors that were described in your book. And I said, oh my God, I think I have this Morgellons problem, you know? And so anyway, I went, my boyfriend is the person who we kind of discovered that I still had mites on me, and we got rid of those. And then after I started seeing these fiber things and realizing they weren't just fibers from clothing or, you know, lint or whatever from my clothes during the day, because they weren't any color that I was wearing that day. So I started to read your book, and he found your book actually online, and I realized quite honestly that I said they couldn't be fibers. I'm looking at them under a microscope that's 100 power, you know, 100-time power. So I said, these are not threads. These are things. These are creatures, you know. And so anyway, I read your book as well as I could at first. You know, I wanted to get as much information into my brain as I could, and of course there's a huge amount of information to digest in your book. But I'm very happy to report that I've been doing your protocols as far as the washing and all of the, and I started the diet 5 weeks ago, and I feel that my body is really being cleaned of very well of all these things. I'm using the debriding soap and all your soaps and stuff. I did the shower cap thing with the head and everything, because I think my head was very infested, and now hardly anything is coming off my head, whereas when I first started doing the shower cap treatment with my head, lots of stuff came off my head.
That's great.
But I'm praising God, because I'm just really, I was ready to burn my house down, quite frankly, and you know, and myself, I was ready to end myself.
Seems there's something going around here, burning down houses. We're the arson group.
Yeah. So, but I was ready to end me too. You know, I was at my wit's end, and I was crying. I mean, I'm a 69-year-old woman. I'm close to 70 years old here. You know, and I said, how can I cope with this, you know, forever, for the rest of my life? And I was really crying every day before that. And now I'm not crying anymore, and I have hope, you know. I have hope that that these things can go away. But I discovered that I do have both columbella, I believe, and Morgellons. And I'm having a little trouble with the columbella in the house as far as getting rid of them. I think I've done a pretty good job of getting rid of stuff. We bought air purifiers for all of our main rooms and the bedrooms, each bedroom, good ones with HEPA filters. And also I bagged all my clothes in you know, like plastic closets, and I put mothballs in them, and that really kind of took care of the clothing, I believe.
Great. Well, thank you very much for sharing. And that's why we're here. We learn from each other, and we get inspiration from each other, and that's very important, because there are a lot of people on the call who say, "Hey, wow, that's great! I'm at the right place now." I relate with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that very much.
Welcome. You're welcome, and I appreciate you. All of your studying, you know, and your expertise and your knowledge of chemicals and all that sort of thing. You know, I know you were a chemical engineer, and you know, you've done a great service to a great many people, I think.
Thank you.
Yes, I've been on it since March, and I've been following it. Like, I don't eat no cheese, no junk food. I don't eat nothing, none of that stuff. I mean, I haven't eaten cheese in probably since March. Since March, I've been following what it says in the book, Whatever it says in the book, that's what I eat.
Well, you should be moving towards health. I don't know if you were overweight, but that should be disappearing if you were. Your blood chemistry should be getting better simply because you're eating a lot healthier now.
Oh, I dropped 100 pounds in a month.
Wow.
Stress and eating. I know, boss, I dropped 100 pounds in a month. I couldn't believe it. That's a good thing. When I go to the doctors, I got to say one thing. I go to the doctors, whatever you did on that diet, they say you're excellent, Nick. Even I smoke cigarettes, they say your lungs, I can't believe it, your lungs have gotten better. I don't understand it, the doctor said. But your lungs have gotten better, your lungs are improving. The mice ain't improving.
Well, just wait till you get the vitamins, it's going to get even better.
Oh, yeah. Once you start kicking in those vitamins, you're looking at health coming down the road. While you're on the phone, while you're here, I did want to ask you because last week you had shared that you had lost 100 pounds, and I suddenly realized that there are a lot of people that would scare the hell out of people who weigh 127. So, can you tell us what your starting weight was?
Oh, my weight was like 390. Now I'm
390. So you're down to 290. Okay. All right. So those of you who only weigh 127 or 130 pounds, you will drop a few pounds most likely, but you can bulk up with certain foods. I used to bulk up with the spaghetti with spinach pasta and meatballs and tomato sauce, and that was able to keep my weight up with that.
Okay, perfect. This is Emily in Kansas again. I just wanted to let you know that my debriding soap arrived, and I thought it was very cool that the little pen-shaped spray bottle came with it, and I've been making the body spray and spraying it on some of the sores that I've had more recently, and they are healing faster, and it is helping them. And I had two that were rather large that are almost totally healed up after 2 weeks of doing this. And I also bathed in it and followed the directions to, place it on a Band-Aid, or you can rub the debriding soap directly onto the sore. So thank you so much. I don't know what's in that stuff, but it is helping me.
That's great.
It's nature's gift. Your name again?
It is.
Emily.
Emily. Uh-huh.
Emily. Okay, thank you very much, Emily, and I look forward to your success in becoming one of our coaches.